The YouTuber known as A Fat in Japan decided to launch a goddamn holy war against Oriental Pearl because she released a video showing off a couple graffitis and how her surroundings are having a measurable change towards the word. Is she right about this?
If she's like saying like, oh, there are graffitis everywhere, Japan's dirty, if she's saying that, that's actually all like based on truth.
Measurably, yes. But for some reason, abroad in Japan decided to dogpile her on every platform.
The sensationalist Japan content is getting out of hand. A wall with some graffiti on it in Shibuya doesn't mean Japan is at an end. There was graffiti in Shibuya 10 years ago, there's graffiti in Shibuya today. But unfortunately, positivity doesn't drive clicks. I was in Kabukicho Shinjuku the other day, and it was absurdly busy. There was certainly more rubbish than usual. Then I realized it was a 3-day weekend, and far busier than the average weekend. Shame. It was a missed opportunity to point my camera at the rubbish and make a video decrying the end of Japan. Now stop reading this. Every minute online is time better spent rummaging around Asia's biggest red light district with a GoPro looking for dirt. There's some serious ad revenue to be made, folks.
Guys, am I autistic? At what point does she say that Japan is at an end or that Japan is over? And I don't know about you guys, but the content that she made didn't really seem like the sensationalist content is out of hand. Like, granted, she clickbaited a bit was the whole Japan is changing thing, but that's at worst. That's at worst. You know who's never clickbaited before? These foreigners are ruining Japan. Yes, that's right. Japan is ruined from top to bottom. Not a single piece is still intact. Japan's gambling obsession. That's right. Not a single Japanese person can resist gambling. Japan's dangerous obsession. That's right. They all love racing cars and drifting them. Tokyo Drift was real, and all of Japan is Tokyo Drift. 10 years later, is Japan getting away?
The truth is, I think for many people in Japan, you could make the argument that the country has gotten worse in the last 10 years.
Well, apparently not. Apparently you're not allowed to make that argument, so I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I know that later on in the video, he goes to talk on about how it's actually the countryside that is getting worse and stuff like that, but it really does feel like he's put an embargo on who's allowed to talk about if Japan is getting better or worse or something. Like, seriously, the video that Pearl made was nowhere near as sensational as the shit that he's been pushing out for years.
Like a cockroach.
Shut the fuck up, Nusky. That's only a specific area. You're being sensationalist. Like, genuinely, what made this freak think that it's all right to launch a goddamn holy war against this poor lady? Like, he really had to call her out on every platform multiple times for hours and hours on end, when really all she did was show the provable, measurable change.
If she's like saying like, oh, there are graffitis everywhere, Japan's dirty, if she's saying that, that's actually all like based on truth.
And even if it is just a neighborhood or an area in Tokyo or something like that, and she clickbaited not nearly as bad as this guy has done for years. Meanwhile, everyone's patting him on the back. Everyone's like, oh, good job, Chris. You really saved Japan was this one. And you can see in the replies that he's getting 1 million people trying to goddamn social climb off him. And all the other Japan YouTubers are like, what the fuck is going on? I want to stay out of this. And they're trying to be like neutral. And they're like, they're actually both wrong. Also, Chris retweeted an image of graffiti in the 90s and was like, look, there's always been graffiti in Japan. It's like, buddy, if you're suggesting that Japan is in any way returning to a time known as the lost decade, like, that's way more sensationalist than saying there's a small change happening in Japan. Sensationalist! Like, oh, Jew camps in Germany? Oh, wait, this photo is from the late 30s. I guess you can't make sensationalized content out of this. See, there's always been Jew camps in Germany. All right, anyway. Like, I genuinely can't figure out what made it so justified for him over this video to send over a volley of hate to this poor fucking lady. Not to get into like whataboutism, but this guy's friends with people that are friends with Hassan Piker, who fucking electrocutes his dog on stream, but he'll never speak up on that. Oh no, you gotta keep those waters clean. I've seen him move the goalpost and say that she's a toxic creator because she records herself speaking in the foreign language very well, and then the people of the country are surprised and like, whoa, you speak our language? And he said something, I can't find it because he's been deleting tweets, but I saw him say somewhere that some people look like they're uncomfortable in her videos or something. It's like, buddy, you're friends with a fuck ton of IRL streamers. What are you talking about? Also, she's not even nearly the only person that is doing this kind of content. Like, why her? Why does she deserve it? Like, every platform, you really had to call her out on every single platform? People say stuff like, oh, he's allowed to say his opinion on every platform while showing the video and sending a volley of goddamn hate over her? Like, what? Some people are theorizing that his wife is actually the one that is stirring up the hate and is the main driving force about it because apparently she started drama like 10 years ago or something. I don't know about that. I'm just putting that in here. Who knows? And it's also worth mentioning that any thought that she's the one trying to milk this is absolutely insane to me when Chris Broad has been making many, many tweets over days, replying to every single fucking person that has some kind of platform, never actually addressing any real criticism. Oh, this stupid bitch tried trying to milk me sending over thousands of fans to hate on her. Why would she do that? Why would she acknowledge it? Everyone knows that when I send thousands of my fans to hate on you, you're supposed to just take it and just shut up and move on. Your career is over. Like, that's another point about the fence-sitting Japan YouTubers or whatever. Like, really, if a broad in Japan hates you and you're a YouTuber in Japan, like, that's got to be, like, detrimental for your career. So I can kind of understand why people would fence-sit to that, but god damn, really? Every platform, every single platform, he's allowed to say his opinion.
No, no, no! Everyone!
In loving memory of Henry Eyes. Henry Eyes was a creator who passed away in 2020.